Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my podcast, A Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jolette Organista, and I'm happy that you are here. For those who are new, welcome. And for those who are coming back, welcome back. This is episode 3 of my podcast. Can't believe I'm already doing another one. I'm just really grateful, and I really appreciate everyone that's listening. So let's get to it. Episode 3. Why is it so hard to be honest? Why is it so hard to tell people how we feel? We know exactly how we are feeling every moment in our daily lives. And we know exactly how we are feeling right now at this moment. Yet we choose to suppress, to ignore, and to lie. To lie about our feelings, of how we feel about ourselves, and how we feel about other people. And what are we scared of? What are we so scared of for being honest with people? The truth? Because the truth is supposed to set us free. The truth is supposed to help us. The truth is supposed to bring light and happiness. And the truth enables us to feel unnecessary pain when we are completely honest with other people. But why aren't we honest? Why is it so hard to be honest with other people? This has been on my mind lately because, well, here's the story time. I was actually hanging out with some of my friends in the car or driving back from an activity, and one of my friends, he said he went on a date with a girl. He went on 16 dates with a girl. And I thought, wow, that's awesome. I mean, if she likes you, yeah, that's great. But he said, yeah, I kept taking her out because I thought that she liked me, right? I thought that she was interested. I thought she had the same feelings that I was feeling. But after the 16th date, she ghosted me. And all the guys in the car were like, dude, that sucks. Like, man. And I was just so frustrated hearing this story because I can sense the pain that he was feeling of just thinking like, why couldn't she just be honest? Why couldn't she just say, hey, I'm not interested. Hey, I'm actually not feeling the same way you're feeling. But she had to go through all those 16 dates, wasting this guy's energy, time, and money. I was just feeling, that sucks. She could have just been honest. I mean, a girl knows when she likes a guy. A girl knows when she doesn't like a guy. I know. I know after, honestly, the first date or second, if I like a guy or not. And it just doesn't make sense why you have to continue to lead someone on and just be honest with them so then they can move on. And I'm not trying to bash on this girl, but I'm just saying that so much unnecessary pain, doubt, and confusion could have been avoided if she just would have told the truth. She would have just been honest about how she felt about my friend, you know? And of course, this is not just girls, this is guys. Guys do this too. With my past experiences, I've had moments where a guy just can't tell me how he feels about me. A guy just can't express what he truly feels, you know? And it's kind of frustrating because it's scary to put yourself out there and tell someone how you feel and then they're not honest with you, or they just don't say anything. Oh, I'm not ready, or I don't feel, you know, it's even worse when you don't say anything, you know? You tell them, you express your feelings to them, and then they're like, I don't know. I would rather say, I would rather get, no, I don't feel the same way. No, I don't see you that way, you know, instead of the whole, yeah, same. And I was just feeling just so frustrated after that story. And then the guys told me like, oh, what about you? Do you try to be honest? I'm like, actually, I try to be as direct as possible when I'm talking to a guy, when it involves my feelings and his feelings. Of course, I'm not perfect. there's moments, yeah, when someone tells me how I am and I'm like, oh, I'm fine, and I'm not fine, you know? Because sometimes you don't want to get so deep with someone about how you're actually feeling. But when it's in regards of time and energy, especially relationships and dating, you need to be honest. You need to be telling someone how you really feel, because so much factors go into place when you're trying to figure out if someone likes you or not. It should be simple. Either you don't, you do. And I was telling these guys, I was like, yeah, actually I had a recent experience that I really wanted to like this guy, but I wasn't feeling the same way that he was feeling. I wasn't feeling the same. And so what did I do? Well, I did the mature thing, and I called him and I told him how I was feeling. And I told him, yeah, I really appreciate everything that you've done for me, everything that you've done in regards of taking me out, getting to know me, just spending time with me, but I don't feel the same way that you do. And I wanted to be super honest with you because you deserve the truth, and you deserve, well, to know why I don't want to continue forward, you know? And he actually thanked me, and he said, thank you so much for telling me the truth. I know it's probably really hard, but thank you for telling me. And I said, yeah, of course. You deserve it. You deserve the truth. And the conversation ended, and he's probably moved on with his life. I'm moving on with my life. And it's so simple, because now he doesn't have to feel what my friend felt. Doesn't have to feel the unnecessary pain of why I didn't message him back, or why my mood's changing, or why I'm just going, dry on the text. Because I told him the truth and I was honest with him. And that's what I'm talking about, is why is it so hard to be honest? It was very hard because I was terrified. I remember I called him and I was like, I'm so scared of what he's going to think about me. I'm so scared of losing a friend too. And I'm so scared of hurting him. But honestly, I would have hurt him more if I would have kept it going, like this other girl. If I would have kept up going on dates with him knowing I just didn't feel the same way. And I just think if we're honest, we are able to help ourselves as well help the other person, And so I just think right now, be honest. I'm telling you who's listening to me right now. If you like a girl, if you like a guy, if you like someone, tell them and be honest about it. If you don't, then tell them, so you're not wasting their time and their energy. And just, there's so much energy that goes into when you're trying to figure out how you feel about someone. And so why waste so much time and just be honest? It just still frustrates me, as you can tell. And so going back to the story, I think the whole reason why we need to be honest is because as we are more honest with our feelings with ourselves and more honest about how we feel about other people, we will be able to heal wounds that maybe are really broken inside of us. The more that we are truthful about our feelings, we will be able to heal ourselves. As well as the more we are honest with other people, we will be able to heal kind of them. I'm not saying that you need to heal someone, but I'm just saying that you can help them heal themselves because you're honest with someone. And again, you avoid so much unnecessary pain and confusion. Life is full of pain and confusion, but there's sometimes you can avoid it because you can avoid certain pain and confusion if you're honest. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, again, going back to my story, I was in the car, and then after I was dropped off, I just kept thinking. And there was another experience that I had that makes sense to this perspective that I'm talking about. So the first perspective that I just brought out was a guy being ghosted, right? Because the girl wasn't honest. So the perspective of the guy. And then there was the perspective of my story, of me being honest with the guy. And I don't know how he's feeling now, but obviously I hope he's not feeling any unnecessary pain, and I've moved on. But now I want to tell you about a perspective of someone being honest with me and how it helped me move on and actually healed me a bit. And so as everyone we have a lot of illusions in our head about how, with someone and how we want to be with someone, and I'm like the queen of illusions. And when we're not honest with ourselves about, these illusions, they just start hurting us. And if someone wasn't honest about me of these illusions that I have in my head, then I would be hurting myself too. And so I had these illusions in my head, and I just didn't know if they were true or not. And so I went to go talk to that person, and I told them about the illusions that I had about them in my head, about us. And this person was so brutally honest with me. I mean, honest, when you're really honest with someone, when someone's really honest with you and you feel your heart hurt because you're like, man, that's not what I wanted to hear. Man, that's not what I wanted to happen. All this that I thought that was going to go right in my head didn't. And you feel the pain. That was happening to me at that moment. This person was being so brutally honest with me about the illusions that I had in my head, and that they were not true. 100% not true. Everything that I was thinking and feeling, that my feelings obviously were valid, but the things that I had about us was not true. And because he was honest with me, and it hurt like hell, because he was honest, now looking back, it helped me. It healed me a bit, because if he wasn't honest and he was like, yeah, I feel the same way, yeah, that's exactly what I feel the same, the delusions are true, I would have kept going till this day thinking about the illusions that I have in my head about us, about me and him. And because he was so honest with me, the illusions shattered, and they broke, and I felt broken. But honestly, I wasn't becoming broken. I was actually healing, because he was so honest with me about what I needed to hear, but what I didn't want to hear. And that's another perspective that we need to take into place of when you are honest with someone, it seems at the moment that you're breaking them, but honestly, you are helping them heal, because you are telling them exactly what they might not want to hear. And that will break the illusions that they have in their head, and they'll be able to move on. So now when I look back at that experience, especially that moment, I'm so grateful that he was honest with me, because I can move on now. I know exactly how he's feeling. I know exactly how he was feeling about me and about the situation, and I don't need to hold on anymore. I'm okay. I'm healing a bit by bit because he was honest with me. And even though it hurt so much at that moment, I'm okay now. And I'm so grateful. And that has motivated me to become more honest about my feelings, about what I feel and the illusions that are in my head, but also being honest with other people and how I feel. So now as I'm navigating through dating and in my mid-20s, I want to be honest. I want to tell people when I actually don't feel the same way that they do. I want to tell people that we're not on the same page, or we are on the same page. And if they don't reciprocate that, and if they are honest with me, then we can both move on. But if they're not, it's just the cycle of this generation of just not being honest, and the games and all this. And I don't want to be involved in games. Like, come on. If you're my age, 25, or in your mid-20s, early 20s, just be honest. Be mature and tell someone how you really feel. Be mature and tell them how you really don't feel. It's simple. You save so much time and energy, and you save them time and energy, and you both can move on. So yeah, I have just been learning a ton of how I feel and what I should tell people when I feel things like towards them. And now I'm like, if I'm rejected, then it's fine. I just try to be as straightforward so that I can move on and I can find someone that is honest with me as much as I'm honest with them. Because that's the whole purpose. We all want to find someone that's gonna be dedicated to us and who's going to be honest. So why not be honest now? And so I want to do this exercise with y'all to practice, because how can we be honest with others if we're not honest with ourselves? And especially if we're not honest about how we're feeling. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think of the emotion that you're feeling So just imagine, like, you know, in preschool when you have the emotion poster and you pick like the emotion that you're feeling that day, like happy, sad, angry, whatever. So pick what you're feeling right now. I'm going to say it too. And on the count of 3, we're going to say, I am feeling, and then boom, the emotion, the feeling. Vent it out. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about what you're feeling. Okay, I think that was maybe like 6 seconds, but it's okay. So, on the count of 3, we're going to say what we feel. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am feeling hopeful. Okay, you guys probably didn't say it the first time, so we're going to do it a second time. 1, 2, 3. I am feeling hopeful. I am feeling hopeful. I'm feeling so hopeful for the future, so hopeful for my future relationships. I'm feeling so hopeful for every goal and aspiration that I have. I'm excited. Yesterday, I don't think I was hopeful. I think I was something else. And tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to be feeling, but today I am feeling hopeful. And I hope that you were able to be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. And it's okay to feel what you're feeling right now. Feel sad, happy, excited, exhausted. It's okay. But just feel and be honest with yourself. Because it is not hard to be honest. We choose to be honest. It's a decision we make. So if you are not honest with yourself, it's going to be hard to be honest with other people. So try this exercise by yourself, like tomorrow, and see if it, makes a difference. But be honest from the beginning. Why is it so hard to be honest? It's not. You just choose not to be honest because you don't want to deal with the consequences or the outcomes, or you just don't care. And if you don't care, then you don't care about that person, and that's just sad. So, for those who are watching, please be honest about how you feel in regards to especially a person. If you're talking to someone right now and you know you don't want to be with them, tell them. Stop wasting their time. And if you want to be with someone, then tell them. And if they don't reciprocate that, then you know, and you don't have to keep going. You don't have to put so much energy. You can move on and find someone who can reciprocate that feeling, Just be honest. It's scary, I know. But the truth will set you free. The truth will help you heal others, and you'll just be able to progress and grow more. So, that is my cup of joe today. Be honest. Please. Be honest with that person, friend, family, significant other. They need it. They need to hear how you're feeling completely, honestly. They need to know. Because they want to know. Sometimes we don't want to ask because because we're scared of the answer or the response. But be honest with me, at least. For those who are around my life, be honest with me. That's all I want, is someone to be honest. And I promise to be honest with you too. So, concluding, it's not hard to be honest. Just do it. Be mature. Get it done. Be honest with yourself. And that is the cup of joe for this week. Why is it so hard to be honest? I hope you enjoyed my little talk, my experiences, my emotions, my thoughts. It just keeps getting better and better in every week. Please let me know how you're feeling today when you're watching this. I would love to know. And please come back. I do this not just for me, but I honestly just do this because I want to talk to everyone. So that is your cup of joe for today. I really appreciate all the people that are listening, and I really appreciate your time. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me, and we will see you next week.